Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for another evening beat to get your top local headlines this evening. It was another busy day in the newsroom, so let's go ahead and get into our top headlines at this hour. First, we start out in Austin, where a day after the Riverland Community College president confirmed an unidentified student attending the Austin institution had their visa status terminated by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Today, students are reacting there. We talked to some students today and they say they were surprised something like this could happen in a school as small as Riverland. A student we spoke with says that he appreciates the school's transparency with the situation. The president sending an email this week stating the school stands with its students and that it will continue to support them. The students also say he has several friends on the student visas that this hits close to home for him. This is what he had to say. And then this evening, there was also a protest in front of the Freeborn County Community for courthouse for what they call a hands off of our students protest. Our writer Blair was there this evening and he will have more coming up for us tonight at 9 and 10. And now our second story of this evening, as I get this video pulled up, is out of Rochester. The SEIU Healthcare Minnesota and Iowa members bargaining team representing Mayo Clinic workers in areas like maintenance, central services, and housekeeping today announcing the union has voted to cancel a voluntary no-strike agreement that's been in place for decades. That vote was passed by 87% of the union. The members are still negotiating a contract with Mayo Clinic. Union representatives say they are trying to secure a higher wage for all employees, including new hires, that is currently at $20 an hour. The union also wants to address new overtime rules that ensure a better work-life balance. Hallie Wallace, SEIU lead negotiator, says there has been some tension during the negotiating process. She says it's not coming from the union. And teaming up across the aisle to combat human trafficking, DFL Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and Republican Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn are working together on multiple pieces of legislation on this topic. Now, they hosted a virtual press conference today talking about their efforts, which include combating trafficking in Transportation Act. The aim here is to provide resources to spread the word about spotting human trafficking and how to get help along highways. The senators are also pushing the Stopping the Abuse, Victimization, and Exploitation of Girls or Save Girls Act, which would authorize $50 million in additional funding for a grant program to prevent the trafficking of young women and girls. And our last story of the evening comes out of Winona, where several members of the Winona Police Department were honored for their dedication during the murder investigation of Madeline Kingsbury. Kingsbury went missing from the Winona area in March of 2023. These officers and more worked relentlessly until her remains were discovered north of Mabel in June of that year. On Wednesday, these officers were honored by the Minnesota Chiefs of Police Association with Distinguished Service Awards for their dedication. This included their boots on the ground work searching for Kingsbury and countless hours shifting through evidence. Her ex-boyfriend Adam Frabel was convicted in November of 2024. Additionally, Police Chief Tom Williams was recognized with a Distinguished Service Award for his resilient leadership through the investigation. Well, that is a look at your top local headlines at this hour. Again, you can always catch up with us on the latest on our app and also on our website. You can also join us at 9 and 10 o'clock for the latest there as well. Be sure to look out for writer Blair's report on the protest at the Freeborn County Courthouse. And yeah, that is all I have for you tonight. I'll see you back here tomorrow night at 7:30.